Bako Power Company is a renewable energy company. We have been in business for about 7 years, and we started in Georgia, in Texas. And the good news about Georgia today, it is 100% powered by renewables. It's the first city in Texas to be 100% powered by renewables. And what I'm going to share here in my presentation is focusing on the component of affordable housing. We have amazing success story in the US, and we are looking forward to bringing innovative solutions in the African affordable housing industry. So we are very committed to access to sustainable power, and as some of you already know here, the developers, the investors, the governments, some of the challenges that are faced in the affordable housing industry. And what Bako Power Company is focusing on, how do we bring in some of those solutions and services, as one of the speakers earlier, Mrs. Elizabeth from Kenya Green Building Society said, it's not about just building the affordable housing. It is making it more sustainable for those that are coming into the house. And that is what we come in to provide our services and solution. Very affordable, and with a lot of success story of what we have been able to do. Urbanization is rapidly growing. So many companies from US and Europe, when they come into Africa, they're focusing on providing solar energy to the royals. But we are really focusing on the urban, because a lot of people are living from the royal to the urban. And how do we play a major role in that? As I likely said, there were a lot of solutions that were provided in making Georgia a 100% renewable energy powered in Texas. But there were so many young players that contributed in providing sustainable solutions for housing that got a lot of companies and businesses and residential to get involved in that. A lot of you already know about the advantage of solar. And Africa, we have a lot of opportunity in that. It's very affordable, it's clean, it's sustainable, it's cheap. Sun is something we don't pay for. So why don't we utilize sun and make even some components in the house very affordable? And I'll share with you guys some of our success story and why we are in Africa, and some of the services and solutions that we want to work with developers in providing in affordable housing. The challenges of solar energy. I always like to pick on the access to finance and the access to infrastructure when it comes to the challenges. A lot of people think that solar is for the rich, and I cannot go solar. I'm talking about affordable. So why talk about solar energy? Why talk about energy efficiency? Why talk about making my house more cleaner, more sustainable? But we have amazing solutions and services that actually are focused on affordable. Solar energy in Africa, I'm sure a lot of people know about that. One of the speakers also said, I'll touch base again on Ms. Elizabeth, that 10 years ago, what solar used to cost and the components of solar products. You walking into a gas station years ago to buy a small portable solar product. What you get 10 years ago is very cheap, or what you get it today. So there's a huge declining on that. And what Bako Power focusing on is bringing those energy solutions to low-income consumers. And we have done projects in California, in San Francisco, in New Jersey, and in Texas. But a lot of my business partners were moving into the South America, the Mexico, the Puerto Rico, and we decided that, okay, hold on. Some of the starters of our companies are Africans. I was born and raised in Cameroon. Why don't we go back to Africa and instead showcase some of our solutions and services that are moving into South America? So we are really looking forward to bringing some of those services. We want to work with developers to integrate solar energy services and products as they build. We come in with our finance. We come in with our models. We work with governments. We have a whole variety of different services and solutions on our models. So that is some of our different services. Some of the products that we work with are solar-powered lamps, refrigerators, cooking pot. I would say we can come into a building, a commercial or residential, and we look for every product that you use, and we can provide some of those products all powered by solar. And sometimes you don't have to pay for it. we have a model that you can pay over time with a lot of different products that we do. And just showing some of our experience of some buildings that we work with, commercial, residential. In fact, some commercial buildings that they have the glasses. We come after the construction and we use a thin solar panels to make your commercial building now attracting the sun. And sometimes we give you a year before you pay us because of the new models of finance that we have. And like I was saying, we have projects that we have worked across 5 different states in Texas. And I want to run quickly to some ideas that we are trying to do in Africa. But these are all affordable housing. Some are houses that the government built for lower incomes, and they work with Bako Power for us to make those houses more sustainable for the people living in. And we also provide some of those energy solutions. I will talk quickly on PACE. They call Property Finance Program in the US, where people pay mortgages, and they use that model that your current mortgage and tax, you use that money that you were supposed to pay and actually pay for your solar. And they use a model where you can also integrate solar products and services. So we also want to work with the government on how we can bring in new models of what people currently need to pay and make their houses more sustainable. Something that we are looking to do, mobile housing, how people can move their house when they move, take their house with them. That's something that is extremely growing across Dallas and Houston, and it is very affordable. You can have a moving house for $20,000. It is very affordable. 4-room bedrooms with your parlor and kitchen, and you can move with that house across the country anytime you move. We have developed a lot of container housing in Houston. We were one of the pioneers to build a container living house, a whole full family in Houston where people can live with a container. And you cannot believe that it was a container powered by solar. So we want to see how we can utilize shipping containers to make stores and housing. That's something that is rapidly growing, and we want to see how we can bring in some of those innovative ideas here in Africa. Something now in Texas is 3D printing. I'm not sure some of you are familiar with 3D printing, but there are houses that can be constructed in 1 day, powered by solar. All 3D printing. Those are some ideas that we have the products, we have the market, we have the equipment. We want to bring them in Africa here, and we are looking for partners and governments to work with to bring in some of those innovative solutions in the African market. Models. I'll touch lastly on models. As I was saying, that we have solutions and services and the model. Some people talk about that when you go to some countries, you bring in the models that will work and fit with the countries. So we are looking forward to sharing our models that we know we can customize in specific countries, and with developers and with governments to make it work. But we need to ensure that as we build affordable housing, it is also sustainable for the people that are going to stay in, and make the houses more smarter, more cleaner, and more cheaper for them. A container house that I showed, we built a container house for about $20,000. And that's, I don't know how much shilling it is, but we should be looking at some of those models, how we can make housing more affordable for people. So if you are a developer in the room, government, try to see how you can come discuss with Bako Power and how we can bring in innovative solutions. We are fresh in the African market, but we have been running business in about 6 to 7 years. We have amazing success story, amazing finance. We come in with our finance, our models. We just need the locals, the partners, and the developers to talk to us and see how we can collaborate. Thank you very much. Do I have any room for any question? Okay, so see me outside. If you have any, you can go to our website, or you can also grab any of the organizers to give my information. Thank you.